too excited. We got to get this thing opened up. So this is a 4-inch screen. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode here at Full Throttle. Thank you very much for tuning in on today's episode. Today is a very special one. We have a brand new ANYKIT inspection camera, or also known as a borescope device. So I'm very excited to test this out. This was sent over by ANYKIT, so a huge shout out to them for allowing me the ability to test out and show you guys their product. Now, before diving into this, I want to make it nice and clear to everybody out there that this is 100% my honest and foregoing opinion on this product. They gave me the green light because they stand behind their product that much. So that's what we're going to do today, is dive into this right away, take a look at the product. This is going to be an unboxing, what's included, and then kind of an initial setup, startup of the unit. We will be doing more episodes on this, showing you guys real world testing, video quality, and overall durability testing. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And right off the bat, guys, I want to let you guys know I will leave a link down in the description below for this product specifically, some of their other products that they do carry, and then of course I negotiated a discount code for you guys. I'm not getting any benefit from that discount code. That's what I love about this, guys. I had the ability to negotiate with ANYKIT on a discount code for you guys to help you out, and that's what it's all about. That's my main goal here, is to help all of you guys out. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you aren't currently subscribing. Check out those discount codes below and the product link also. Now, just a quick warning, there is a different code for US or Canada depending on where you are located. I'll have it down in the description first, so it's nice and easy for you guys to copy and paste. With further ado, let's dive into it. Here is the main box for the borescope camera. On the side, we have kind of just some main ideas on how to use it. This thing can honestly be used for anything, guys, other than medical. They do not rate this specific model for a medical device. But other than that, you can pretty well use it on anything: automotive, HVAC, plumbing, construction, household, outside for different things. Honestly, guys, the limitations are endless with this product. On the other side, we do have some branding. We have the ANYKIT.com website. They're on Facebook, Twitter, or X, and on YouTube also. On the back of the box, we have their support at ANYKIT.com, and they do have a phone number for support. You can contact them at 1-877-888-7979. That's Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 PST time in the United States. Other than that, guys, we have some other information down bottom. Kind of the company name is actually Frankfurt, Main, Germany, which is pretty cool. And then ANYKIT for the AN400 was actually designed in California, which is even better. You know, it's US designed. Very, very good. It is made in China. Would be nice to see made in the States, but I mean, honestly, guys, as you guys know, everything is that way. Then we have kind of just the main scan code, barcode for them. It is the ANYKIT dual lens borescope with 9.8 feet semi-rigid cable. So I'm too excited. We got to get this thing opened up. So initial review on the box and packaging, it is absolutely very nice quality. Lots and lots of styrofoam protection, and even the box has a very nice smooth coating on it. Honestly, guys, quite impressed with the packaging itself. Right on top, it looks like we have the main unit. So this is a 4-inch screen sitting on top. We have many different buttons located around the side of the unit and along the bottom. So we have our main power button on the left-hand side. On the right, we have dual buttons. These are nice and pronounced, so if you do have gloves on or anything like that, it's going to be very easy to still use and click those buttons. And they also have nice feedback, I've noticed also, so I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Nice feedback and nice quality feeling buttons. Now, on top, you do have kind of a screenshot photo there. On the bottom is your actual control for the light output on the end of the camera. There's 3 different light modes, or 4 different light modes. It's the full 100% bright, about 50% bright, 25%, and then off. This is your main power button. You can hold that to turn on the device, or hold it to turn off. And then on the bottom, we have kind of a row of buttons. So we have an M on the very left hand side, we have an up arrow, OK arrow, down arrow, and then we have a setting button. So this is going to give you many different controls that we're going to look at in a few moments, so stay tuned for that. We'll set that aside for now. I will mention the quality, it feels pretty good. It is very lightweight, I will say that. which I mean has its benefits. It does seem like it's constructed fairly well. It does have currently a screen protector on that I would assume you would normally remove, but I'll be leaving that on personally. Other than that, it looks like we have our main connection for the camera, and then down bottom we do have kind of a rubber protection port there. So we have our USB-C connection for the charging mode, which is very nice to see. It's not the micro USB. They did go with the USB-C, which is by all means a far superior method. And then on the left-hand side, that is where your SD card is located. And it's actually nice to see they did include an SD card. We'll pop that out real quick. Let's see here. 32 gigabyte SD card included, which is honestly, guys, really nice to see. I mean, you can always upgrade this to a larger capacity if you believe you need it, or if you're having any issues with it. Obviously, you can also upgrade it. So it doesn't just have the internal memory. It gives you the ability to upgrade if necessary for your application, which honestly, guys, is pretty awesome. We're going to move on to see what else is included in the box. Nice foam protection. We have a safety warning booklet by ANYKIT Borescopes. This kind of talks about a few different things: electrical safety, kind of battery safety, charging it, equipment use and care, maintenance. This is not shock resistant unit. The ANYKIT device are water resistant, but avoid submerging the monitor in water. Small splashes or light rain should be safe. The actual camera itself has an IP67 rating and is safe to use in dusty conditions and can be submerged in 1 meter of water for up to 30 minutes. That's very important information to know. And pretty good rating, honestly, compared to some other borescopes I've had in the past. Otherwise, guys, just has some equipment cleaning and equipment storage, service disposal, customer service information in that. So a nice info book there. Other than that, we do have our main ANYKIT inspection borescope manual. It gives you the model number on the back, a nice diagram of the camera, and then kind of a nice breakdown: features, applications, table of contents, and so on. You can also use a QR code for any more information you're looking for. Kind of a breakdown of the camera and so on. Very nice quality, guys. It explains a lot of details and quite user-friendly as well, just from glancing through this. You have zoom, rotate, flips. So very cool that way, guys, overall. Set that aside. And we do have a charging cable. We don't have a charging block. A lot of companies do not include those anymore, but it does include a charging cable. It is the USB-C, as previously mentioned, and then of course your standard USB for, you know, just plugging it in or plugging it into a block of other sorts. So nice there. Not quite sure on the length. I could measure that, guys, but it looks like it's quite long. More than sufficient for your needs. Other than that, guys, we're going to dive into it here. Let's see what else we got. A little card here. So the warning, so just showing, make sure it's fully seated, the camera, into the monitor. If no light shows up or anything, you don't have a good connection, so reconnect. That's all that's really saying. Again, another video tutorial QR code there. Set that aside. Another thing we have are some accessories for the end of the camera. This is really nice to see. Many of these do come with different accessories for the tips, but I have to say, initial review of them, they look very sturdy. They don't feel like plastic. I would say some sort of aluminum or some sort of metal composite material. They do have threads on the end to screw onto the camera, and I have to say that is one of the hook accessories, and it's very sturdy. A lot of the other hooks I've seen by other companies are quite flimsy, and you really would never be able to pick anything up or scrape anything out with it. That seems strong enough that you actually could. Secondary accessory for the end of the camera looks to be one of the mirrored angles. So that kind of gives you the ability to look straight back up at yourself, reflecting the camera view back. And it does have a magnet on the end, which is a very nice feature as well. If you're trying to get down into something and pick that up, you have the ability to do so also. We'll be testing that out in the testing and full review video of how strong that magnet is and see what it can actually handle. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Put this back in its protective case, which is kind of nice too. You can store this in and hopefully reduce the chances of losing it. Other than that, guys, we're now down to the final item in the box, and the most important one is the camera. So this is a 9.8 foot semi-rigid cable, and it does have some Velcro ties on each side to kind of tie up the unit when not in use. And on the end of the camera, we have the main connection point. We have one button on the end of it, and it is USB-C also for the connection. Here's a view of the camera. Now this is kind of cool. This is the dual lens. We have a lens on the side of the unit. So if you're going down into a tight tube, pipe, into an engine, you'll be able to see the walls. And then also you can switch to the main camera that's on the very end. And both cameras do have LED chip lights on it. So very, very good to see there. Now the cable is always a test of mine to see. These can be very, very flimsy from some companies. You're trying to shove it into a tight spot and it's just kind of flopping around. This is very nice. It seems quite solid, but still flexible enough. You can kind of bend it how you need to do, but it's going to hold its form and stay the way you need it to get that perfect view. So nice to see there. We'll test to see how longevity this holds up, but honestly guys, overall the quality of the build seems very good, so I'm quite impressed with that. Some actual specifications of the camera: we have video recording at 1280 by 720, we have photo resolution 1920 by 1080, and the probe resolution is 1 megapixel HD. So it's kind of nice to see there some good specs. So I'm expecting very high quality imagery from this camera. So voltage is just DC, 5 volts, 1 amp, and humidity rating is 10 to 80%. Now that's mainly for this. Like I said, this actual camera probe is IP67 rated for dust and water submersible up to 1 meter for around 30 minutes is the rating. Now for this, the main screen is 4-inch IPS display. So very nice size. Honestly guys, you can get these bigger, but I think this is almost the perfect size in my opinion. But it's all up to you guys on what your needs may be. So very first thing, we're going to get this thing started up. You're going to hold the power button on the left hand side for about 3 seconds. You get a nice ANYKIT display. And now you do have an SD card slot indicator. You have the battery level indicator. And then on the top left, you have the mode. So that's currently showing a camera. It says no camera attached. We can hit the bottom M button. That's going to switch it to a video diagram. That's going to give us the ability to record or video. And then we can go to gallery. So you can see in here, if you have any media, you can kind of cycle through and look at different things there. On the right hand side, we do have a setting button. Right there, you can click that once to see and go through the different settings. So you have the display or delete. That deletes all current files. You hit the setting button again to go back. We can cycle down to protection, lock, current, unlock, and so on. You can hit the setting thing again. That's going to bring us over to automatic shutdown. You can decide if you want the unit to shut itself off when not in use. Your language settings, you have English, French, and I apologize, I'm not sure what the two other languages are, but you do have those there as options. You can change your date and time. You can format the SD card, which I do highly recommend always to do before use. So we will do that right now. And then you have default setting if you want to revert everything back to default, and then version. So very nice there. Now the other option is resolution. There is no ability to change that, but maybe in the future they'll give you that ability in a software update. And then your date label you can have on or off. So I'm going to turn that off for now. So we'll go back to the main settings here and connect up the camera. This is very easy to do. It goes in the top port. You just line it up there, just like that, and slide it in. So you'll hear that click. This camera will not remove itself. You have to actually press that stainless button to be able to remove the camera, which is honestly a very nice feature. If you get into a tight space or anything, you don't have to worry about that camera coming loose. And then we have our video screen here. So what we can also do is actually rotate using the arrows. As you can see, the down arrow will rotate that image around. The up arrow will start to zoom in, two times zoom, and then the third click will revert back to original. If you hit OK, doesn't really seem to do anything there. Now, one thing you can do is on the end of the camera, as I mentioned earlier, we have a 3-stage LED light. You can hit the brightness indicator on the right-hand side once. We'll dim that light. Twice, we'll dim it again to about 50%, or 25%, sorry. And the third time, we'll turn it off. And on the side of the camera, as I showed you before, we can hit the top button. Or sorry, not the top button. You can hit the button on the camera at the very top. Shine a light on that. You can see there. We'll click that once. And you can see this, the light on the side of the camera came on. So you can now see me recording. And that also has a dimmable light on it the same way, 3-stage. Full brightness, 75%, 50%, and off. So very nice there. And again, to switch that camera back from the side view, now looking straight over to the wall to the right of me. So very cool, that feature there. You can change that around. And then, like I said, you have the zoom function and then rotate function as well. Depending on the orientation the camera is in there, you can switch that around so it's looking the proper way. Very nice quality overall. Initial review of the picture quality, I have to say, guys, is honestly very good. I mean, we're going to be putting this to the test in some tight locations, but overall, kind of a general overview of picture quality on this is very, very good. I'm not sure how well that's going to pick up through my camera onto this screen here, but I'm telling you guys, this is one of the clearest borescopes I've ever seen in this price range. This is very good quality. I'll even zoom in on this mosaic poster, and you can see the quality is very good. Now, I'm getting some glare right now off the light because I do have a lamp plugged in with no shade, so I apologize on that. But you can see, hopefully, how well this is really picking up the images off this poster. And there's a painting on the wall. You can see how clear that is. Overall, guys, I'm very, very impressed. Now, I know that's not what this thing is for, is you know, big open space looking at a painting. It's for going tight spaces and seeing the quality. So even going down, kind of looking, turn that light back on, going into the box, looking at that star foam and the different textures popping up on the screen, you can really kind of start to see how good picture quality this really is. Now, we're not really going to know fully until we get this thing into some tight spaces. So I'm not going to say too much now, but I will say for the initial review, guys, I'm very impressed with the unit. And I honestly can't wait to get out and start testing this in the field in different applications, from household applications, from construction to automotive. I mean, my primary use will obviously be automotive applications, but honestly, guys, I'm already starting to think of many different ways I can use this in the house. Either inspection HVAC, inspecting your different plumbing and pipes. If you have a clog, you can shove this thing down, see where the clog is, what kind of clog there might be. Again, guys, honestly, endless possibilities with this thing. And overall, it looks good. It feels good. There's nice quality texture on the back. You have nice branding on it. I love the black and green. I mean, if you guys are familiar with the channel, green is one of my favorite colors. So that kind of worked out good for me. And that's going to match the garage tools very well. Overall, guys, as I said earlier, be sure to check out all the links down in the description below for this product if you're possibly interested in purchasing it. And then also, guys, do not forget about those discount codes. I negotiate it for you guys. Again, I do not get any benefit from it, but it's just there to help you guys out. So check that out. US citizens have their own code. Canadian citizens have their own code also. So if it's not working, make sure you're using the proper code. And if you're still having issues, be sure to reach out to ANYKIT directly or myself down in the comment section by email or on social media at fullthrottle.bhp on Instagram, guys. I'm always here to help. If you have any questions or concerns, be sure to reach out to me. I love hearing from you guys, and I will always help any possible way I can. There's tons of great stuff coming, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and until next time, you guys know what to do. Keep her at full throttle.